In this treacherous marsh, the line between life and death is measured in grams. Beneath the fragile surface, ancient armored predators wait for a single misstep. But the story of this sinking fortress begins weeks earlier, under a blazing sun. In the Jacana kingdom, females rule. They conquer territory, mate, and instantly abandon all maternal duties. The tiny father is left alone to build a floating raft from rotting aquatic weeds. The female returns only to deposit her biological legacy before vanishing forever. Exactly 4 speckled eggs are left behind. The absolute weight limit is almost reached. He must perfectly distribute his weight using incredibly long toes, or the nursery will sink. While the mother fights for boarders, the father begins a solitary, month-long prison sentence. The tropical heat is devastating. He pants heavily, shielding the unborn from being boiled alive. The wet vegetation constantly decays. The nest slowly loses its buoyancy day by day. An agonizing waiting game begins, with aquatic monsters sensing every vibration from below. The tropical storm unleashes its full fury upon the fragile nursery. He frantically patches the disintegrating foundation, refusing to surrender. Far away, the dominant female remains completely untouched by the struggle. "28 grueling days later, the storm passes, and a biological alarm clock strikes 0. Unlike most birds, these precocial hatchlings possess fully developed survival instincts. The ruined nest can no longer support the new life. They must conquer the aquatic abyss within minutes, or drown. Beneath the panic, an ancient armored submarine senses the chaotic vibrations. A masterclass in biomechanics unfolds on the dark water. Incredibly long toes perfectly distribute their tiny weight across the surface tension. Though independent foragers, they still entirely depend on their devoted father. But the marsh is a maze of hidden, cold-blooded nightmares. The armored predator closes in for a flawless ambush. spectacular biological defense mechanism is instantly triggered. The reptilian brain is instantly paralyzed by visual deception. The confusing monster breaks the predator's killing instinct. Weeks pass. The chicks outgrow their downy camouflage entirely. The laws of physics begin to turn against their growing bodies. He can no longer conceal these giant bodies beneath his wings. A lethal miscalculation breaks the surface tension. The gigantic toes become dangerous anchors in deep water. Nature demands a brutal final exam for survival. Pure terror is successfully channeled into aerodynamic lift. At 50 days old, the water walkers finally conquer the sky. The remaining siblings follow the ancient instinct to rise above the water. "50 days of relentless sacrifice successfully forged 4 independent survivors. The dominant female continues her endless conquests, completely oblivious to her offspring's success. The single father is finally relieved of his exhausting biological prison. The rotting nursery has vanished completely into the muddy depths. The new water walkers will now rule the marsh as independent masters. The ecosystem returns to its cold, beautiful, and indifferent balance. Until the next monsoon brings a new cycle of life and death. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more epic wildlife survival stories. All timelines, weights, and survival behaviors presented are completely scientifically accurate.